they've screwed everyone over with additional property stamp duty, essentially fining you for adding property to your portfolio. Yep. You can thank your Labour government for that, because the Conservatives would never ever pull some stupid stunt like that. Well, I can definitely speak for Boris Johnson, because Boris Johnson, I just Googled it before I jumped on camera. He wanted to scrap stamp duty, because I remember about him trying to scrap stamp duty, because I made a video about it back then, yeah, like in 2019, yeah. He wanted to scrap stamp duty for any properties over 500,000, yeah. So pretty much 90% of the country, 90% of the population who are intending on buying a property won't need to pay stamp duty, because most people cannot afford a property over 500 grand. And with the average house price outside of London, yeah, be specific right now, the average house price outside of London, it sits at about 300 today. Well, back then it was less. So hardly anybody would have to, feel the brunt of buying an additional property, because most people, whether they're buying one property or it's going to be their third property, their property would not be over 500 grand. So you have your Labour government to thank for that. And if you lot don't know what the Labour government's manifesto or what their views and policies are, you don't need to read some long fucking fat scroll of, what they're intending on doing for the country. And let me just tell you what Labour government are all about. They're about taking from the rich, taking from those who have made sacrifice, taking from those who have thought about their future and their children's future, and giving to Facebook, and giving to those who did not think about their future or their children's future, did not make sacrifice, lived every day as it comes, and blamed other people for their problems. Whether the people are, natural to their surrounding, i.e. born in their country, or have come over from another land. So if any of you I wonder what Labour's really about, I haven't really, because certain people are not into politics. I'm not into politics. I've never voted. But if I did vote, I will vote for Conservative, 110%. But I'm not into politics, and I never will be into politics, because I just don't care. But certain people might be watching, they're not into politics, they've never voted, they don't know what the Labour government's truly about and that. Don't even bother read nothing, I've just told you what it's about. They're about taking from those who cannot be bothered. They're about taking from those who can be bothered and giving to those who cannot be bothered. That's what they're about. Imagine that. You've got people that have made the most sacrifice ever. You've got guys who they've given up their life to work 70-hour weeks to provide for themselves and the future of their children. And them man, they are getting penalized. And then their money goes to someone who is double their BMI. Yeah, they're double than the limit of the BMI that they should be. Yeah, triple. They've not worked ever in their life. Furthermore, in their family, even their parents never worked. Generations of benefits. Imagine that. You're taking from a hard-working man or woman who's given up their entire life to provide a life for themselves and their children, and that you're going to take from that individual to give to someone that cannot be bothered. So yeah, I will never back the Labour government, ever. Like I said, I'm not into politics and that, but if I did vote, it would be for Conservative and that. You see, there's certain people, they believe in sort of like a communist sort of society. Not in terms of oppressing the people and that, but everything should be the same and fair. Even if you put in more work, you should still get paid more than someone that doesn't put in more work. And when I say work, I'm not even just talking about man hours. I'm talking about university. I'm talking about college. I'm talking about getting educated. There's certain people out here, they feel like everyone should be the same. And I know this to be true, because I know a poor person who I said to them, in the midst of a conversation, I said, you think doctors should get paid as everybody else, the same as everybody else? Let's say someone is even an electrician or working in a shop. Yeah, they said, yeah. Are you a moron? Are you a moron? How the fuck can you think that a doctor who has dedicated 8 years of their life to medicine school should get paid the same as an electrician who's only dedicated 3 years of their life to trade school, which is 10 times easier. Crazy, man. Crazy. Imagine, I have to breathe the same air as these people. This is why, yeah, I never want to have any neighbors, because there's nobody that can live next to me that we're gonna have the same mentality, unless I went to a really affluent area, obviously. But if I'm just in a normal working class area, I'm not interested in having any neighbors. I will live in the middle of nowhere, because there's nobody on this street here or the other estate that I've got anything in common with. No way. So the people that I live next to could only cause me problems. There's nobody that I can live next to in a normal working class area that I could benefit from living next to. So why the fuck am I gonna live next to them? Anyway, it's enough. Stay away. It's done now.